All right, and we are live back with our second day. Today is Tuesday, March, sorry, May 19th. Only a few notable gaming stories today, so let's get right into it. As we reported yesterday, Xbox has created a feedback website for you to go to do just that. Leave your direct feedback to Xbox. And thankfully, we're able to see those people's submissions. There's comments. It works kind of like a forum, and we're able to rank them by most votes. So, as we can see so far, there's been 4,270 individual feedback tickets, I guess we call them. And at least the top few, not unexpected. Some of them are. The top one, though, being exclusives. As the comment puts, Xbox was built off great game exclusives. You cannot sell any consoles without a reason to buy the console compared to your competition, or even sending your tentpole games over to your competitor. Is that a dig on Bungie and Destiny, Halo, that kind of thing? I don't know. I don't get this. I have been on PC for what, last 10, 15 years. I don't care at all if a game is playable on another system. If anything, especially with crossplay, it's just more people to play with. So as long as the other consoles or PC is not creating a closed-off ecosystem, I don't get it. There's always been this back and forth between PlayStation and Xbox. Who's got better exclusives? Who's got more? Why is it better? You should like the platform you play on and just accept it. Play everything. But we can see a few more. Backwards compatibility. Obviously a huge one for kind of games preservation, game longevity. You're investing hundreds, if not thousands of dollars into any given ecosystem. That makes sense. Make online multiplayer free to access. Are people still paying for Xbox Live? Is that still a thing? Again, anything on Steam, I have not paid to be online. It's been not since like 2010. Didn't even know that was still a thing. Achievements like Xbox Game Pass Family Plan, that would be interesting. Maybe same game plan, kind of like how Steam has your shared family sharing option. But yeah, definitely interesting to see what people actually want, what people are hoping to get out of Asha Sharma's new leadership. We'll see if any of these actually come through. You do have the option to select official Microsoft response. Unfortunately, we don't have any yet. It's only day 2? It's only been 24 hours since this got rolled out, so let's give them some time. We're gonna check back here periodically, see if we get any responses from Xbox on how they feel about what people actually want. Moving on, Discord is now doing end-to-end encryption on every voice call and every video call. As we can read, back in 2023, they shared that end-to-end encryption would be coming eventually, but now it is totally rolled out, except for if you're using the Stage channel, which is kind of a unique channel setting that allows you to set up a broadcast and sort of do like a Twitch, but within Discord. YouTube Live within Discord, allowing you to really focus on one person and broadcast, so share your screen with a larger audience than just a limited group. I think it might also mute people, but besides that, end-to-end encryption, this is great to see. There are all sorts of bad actors, from hackers to unofficial or even official government resources that want to take a look at what is being said in these channels. So just having that peace of mind in the back of your head that at least what's going on, nobody's snooping. Don't allow that. It's also good to see with them still committed to implementing ID verification, ID age verification. So far, it's been delayed in, I think, everywhere except for the UK, where they jumped the gun a little bit, but they would have had to, by law, that got pushed through the UK Parliament to do that. So, even though, again, they were, I think, instantly hacked, and tons of IDs, pictures, screenshots, what people were using to verify their age, those all got hacked. Those all are out there now. Will this improve that? I don't know, but it's at least nice to see that they're taking a little bit of thought on our security. Going to the next one, just kind of a fun one. The OG Doom soundtrack is being inducted into the U.S. National Recording Registry. People don't, if you're not old enough or you haven't played one of the various re-releases, definitely a OG soundtrack that sets not only a tone for the game, a tone for, you know, what music was doing back then, the way the gaming and music kind of ecosystem was collaborating. We would see what eventually Nine Inch Nails would get involved with them. Obviously, the later Doom 2016 soundtrack was, again, masterpiece. Seeing them getting added is great, but it's also a sign that, you know, more and more people are taking video games not only as, you know, a throwaway hobby, but certain aspects of it, certain works are works of art, and the more kind of recognition that composers, digital artists, writers can get for these kind of things, hopefully the more acceptance, not really acceptance, gaming's, you know, the biggest form of entertainment in the world, more than anything combined. So it's not acceptance, but respect of it being, it's not just a kid thing, it's not just a thing for wasting time. This is just as highbrow as it can be just as highbrow as watching a play or listening to Beethoven. So good to see. Next one, a long battle. Fortnite is returning to iOS worldwide, except for Australia. But this has been years of the making. It goes back to the lawsuit between Epic and Apple. I think some other parties were involved, or other lawsuits claiming the same thing. Basically, Apple was, you know, charging or they didn't want Epic to run a store that would allow them to bypass Apple's market fees, which your take, my take on it is, it's Apple's ecosystem. If they want to lock it down to whatever they want to allow, or they get the charge, it's theirs. They're the ones providing the service. You know, you can buy whatever phone you want. Don't buy an Apple if you don't want that. Don't put your game on Apple. Courts felt otherwise. That Epic, or really any game, any other third-party app developer, should not be sort of limited to being at the bidding of Apple or iOS with their fees. And now Epic is coming back. We should see a couple games coming back to iOS, or coming to for the first time. So mobile gaming definitely, you know, massive, growing. This should only help. Don't buy an iPhone in the first place. What are you doing? But at least good to see that things are expanding. Kind of a scary one. Valve removes a free horror game from Steam after players discover it contains malware that steals your data. This is not the first time this has happened, unfortunately. The game Beyond the Dark kind of looks like a almost like an asset flip, if I could be so bold. But you gotta expect this. You know, you go to the grocery store, you're gonna expect to see at least one spider in the grapes. Some of the bananas aren't going to be ripe all the way. If this is happening in other markets that have been around forever, you expect to have some hidden secrets when you go buy a used car from a used car dealership. 30 games or DLCs are added to Steam every single day. You can't expect Steam to cover go through every single line of code for all of these games. It's simply too massive. It's good that they are taking swift action to remove it. It's great on the gaming community to be able to recognize this has happened. It sucks that it happened to them. Be wary. Just because this is Steam, even if you're on consoles, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo, you should always be wary, especially when there's developers that you don't quite know. It's a big world. Not everyone just wants to make a game and get money that way. So get on your toes, head on a swivel. If you did happen to download Beyond the Dark, get it off. You should probably reinstall Windows Fresh and maybe contact your bank to make sure all your money's still there. And lastly, talking about consoles again, Sony is involved now in a class action lawsuit. Just like Nintendo a month ago. Basically, when the tariffs for the US were put into place, Sony decided to raise the prices of consoles. I think it was by $50 in response to those tariffs. They said $50 per console was the amount of money that they were essentially being charged per console because of the tariffs, and they didn't want to lose any more money. So in order to negate the tariffs, they raised prices. However, the U.S. courts have found that the tariffs themselves were not lawful. The seat of the presidency doesn't have the authority to enact tariffs. That's a ability of Congress. So the tariffs were removed. And because they weren't legal, the U.S. government is opening themselves up to returning money to some of the importer-exporters that were charged these tariffs. So what this means is Sony has the opportunity to get money that they paid on tariffs back. What the lawsuit says is, well, Sony is double dipping on this. Not only are they getting money back from the U.S. government for tariff reimbursement, but they also got money back originally when they increased the prices from the consumer. And that the money shouldn't be going back to compensate Sony. They were already compensated because of the price increases. The money should go back to the customers who bought the consoles. They're the ones who actually paid the tariff increase. So the money should go back to them. This being class action, it was filed, a couple weeks ago. I think the kind of wide internet is just now taking a look at this. If you bought a PlayStation 6, PS5, within, don't have the exact time, from when Sony increased their prices, but if you happen to buy a console in that time, keep an eye on this. I'm sure if this gets allowed to go to court, usually for these kind of class action things, the more plaintiffs they have, it doesn't help the overall case per se, but they want a lot of them. The fact that this is class action means that they've defined a class of people, the class being people who have bought a PlayStation, and the bigger that class, I do think the better. The more people affected, you're gonna have more persuasion. But that way, if there's a million people, as opposed to if it was just one guy trying to take on Sony, him and his lawyers by himself. So, if you got screwed, get your money back. Maybe go buy something else. But that's our news quick. If you don't like my voice or my commentary, definitely check out our Discord. We have all of these news stories, hundreds of them, crawling over the entire internet, posted all by bots. So it's as soon as things are posted, you don't have to wait for a YouTube channel or someone reacting or someone's Twitter feed. It's instantly right there. We've got news, we've got game updates. Again, hundreds if not thousands of stories every single day. So go check it out. Link should be somewhere. We're still working on getting our live stream set up. So yeah, if you made this far, again, thanks